Hi everyone, welcome back to Things Lucy Reads. I'm Luce and this is my May book haul. It's quite a small book haul this month. I'm rather proud of myself. The first three books are another order I made with madman.com. The sale was like 70 or 80% off all of their books, so that was quite exciting. The first one I got is the volume 1 of the manga of Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind by Miyazaki. I started watching this ages and ages ago and I got 20 minutes in and I was like, nope, can't do it, this is too weird. But then I thought about it and I thought about how much I usually like weird 80s sci-fi, so I thought I would give it another shot, but I decided that I would read the book first because I think if I have some kind of introduction to the story, it will be easier for me to watch the film. So this one was about $8 after the discount, so that was cool. It's got a map in it of the world, and there's also a poster of Nausicaa on it. It's kind of weird for me because it's the size of a graphic novel, but it goes backwards like a manga, so that's just a little bit bizarre, but whatever. I'll manage. The next book I got in that sale was like $6 and it's Edge of Tomorrow by Hiroshi Sakurazaka, which is previously published as All You Need Is Kill. I would prefer it not to have the movie cover, but this was the only one that was available, and since it was so cheap I was like, whatever, if I like it I will buy the other one with the proper title and the proper not white people on the front. But yeah, I have wanted to see this movie ever since the trailer came out. I thought it looked really interesting, and I had no idea it was by a Japanese author and originally set in Japan, and I'm kind of annoyed at it now because of the whitewashing, and I wish I'd watched it before I found this out, but yeah, I mean, I'll probably still like it anyway. The next book I got, and the last one in that sale, is Tokyo Ghoul Volume 5 by Sui Ishida, which was also $8 and which I have also read. And I will put a link up here to the wrap up where I talk about it. The next books are all from Booktopia. I found some really good bargains on there, so I decided to make an order. The first one is Akane by Lynette Noni, which is an Australian YA fantasy series about a school of magic, I think. Anyway, it was like $7.95 as an introductory price to the series, and it sounded pretty cool, and I love the cover, and I've generally heard good things, so I gave it a shot. The next book I got, I had on lay-by a couple of months ago, and then ended up like not getting it. I ended up like paying that lay-by out and then just returning everything because it was all impulse buys and books I didn't really want to read or didn't really want to read right then. But then I discovered this on Booktopia, which was one of the books that I had previously had on in that lay-by for $22, and then on Booktopia it was only $14.90, so I was like, right, well, I'm going to get this. And it's Leonard by William Shatner, and the subtitle is My 50-Year Friendship with a Remarkable Man. And William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy is one of my favourite celebrity friendships. I really, really love Star Trek, especially the original series. And I'm still really upset that Leonard Nimoy has died. So it's probably going to be quite a while until I read this. It's going to be William Shatner saying lovely things about Leonard, I'm sure. So yeah, I'm going to read it eventually, and I'm sure it will be really nice. Okay, the next two books are both by Emma Donoghue. I have Frog Music and The Sealed Letter. These are both adult fiction, and they have queer characters. I think this one is about a lesbian woman, and then this one has a gay man in it, I'm pretty sure, at least. There could be more characters than that in them. So yeah, they were both like $5.50 each, so I picked them up. The next book I got is one that is very familiar to a lot of BookTube, and it's More Than This by Patrick Ness, because it was only $7.95 on Booktopia. I have only read A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness, but I loved it, and I've heard nothing but good things about this book. It's about a boy who dies and then wakes up, and he doesn't know if he's alive again or if he's in the afterlife or what's going on. And I've heard absolutely no one say anything bad about this ever, so I'll give it a shot eventually, and hopefully I like it as well. The next book I got is one that I actually splashed out and got the hardcover for, even though the paperback was available already because of it came out in paperback in the UK. I bought the hardcover because the hardcover is just so much more important than the paperback. The book is If I Was Your Girl by Meredith Russo, which I bought in the first week of release. Meredith Russo is a trans woman. This book is about a trans girl, and the model on the cover here is also a trans girl, and I am just so happy about the way that the publishing of this book was handled, including trans people at every step, and that's just so good. And I've also heard no bad things about this one either. Own voices trans novels are so important because quite often trans novels written by cis authors are just problematic all the time. Some more than others, but just, yeah, cis people probably aren't ever going to get it right when writing trans characters. I've heard only good things about this one so far as well, and I'm really excited to get to it. And yeah. The next book I got is Cam Girl by Leah Raider, who is now known as Elliot Wake. He is a trans man. I think this book has a trans character in it. I know it's queer. Yeah, anyway, I've heard absolutely nothing bad about Leah/Elliot's writing, and I'm really excited to finally read some of his books because I've had Black Iris for like a year now and I still haven't picked it up, but I'm gonna do it eventually. And then the next book I got is the junior novelization of Star Wars The Force Awakens by Michael Cogg. I have already read this. I will put a link to the wrap-up where I talk about it up there. The next book I've also read as well. It's Giant Days Volume 2 by John Allison, Lissa Tremaine and Max Sarin. Again, I will put a link to the wrap-up at the top there. And then the next book that I got is 7 Brief Lessons on Physics by Carlo Rovelli, because it's beautiful and also because I'm a little bit of a closet science nerd, and this is apparently just a really good like introductory work to physics. It's not too difficult to understand, or so I've heard. It's quite short. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this and learning. And then the last book that I got in the month of May is The Art of Star Wars The Force Awakens, which is written by Phil Szostak. That looks like a Polish name. I probably pronounced that wrong. Yeah, so I love art of books. I especially love Star Wars books. And yeah, I'm just really excited to find out how the concepts that were originally put forward for this movie were then changed for the actual film, and to look at all the concept art and stuff, and just, yeah, it's my jam, and I'm going to read it quite soon, probably. So yes, those are all of the books that I bought in May. I am cutting down on how many books I'm buying, which actually feels kind of nice. It feels nice to read as many, or if not more, books than you buy every month. So yeah, hopefully I can keep this up for the rest of my life. That is all for me for this video. If you've read any of these books, you know the drill. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye everyone.